Good evening, everybody. Brian Martin with you on a gorgeous Thursday night here in Houston, Texas, as we are at the Toyota Center, a crowd of about 9,000 on hand for tonight's inaugural match in the American Lacrosse League between the Cleveland Charge and the Houston Ignition. New feature here on the wide world of tabletop sports, and that is the addition of our scorebug on screen. Scorebug is courtesy of our friends at scoreleader.com. Okay, 6 teams getting ready. Cleveland, Baltimore, Houston, Kansas City, Phoenix, and San Diego will be fighting for the title. Tonight it's Cleveland and Houston. We get ready for the first segment of play here. This is Lacrosse Blast Express that we're playing. First roll is a 3-1-4. And on the 3 result, we're going to be checking some penalty guys. And the penalties are 2-4. So a 2 there and a 4 there. Penalty is 2.5 for Nate Holloway, 0.5 for Jordan Savard. And so on that, I'll be referring to the rules. I haven't played in a while. Other team gets a penalty and a power play goal chance. And the penalized team's goalie has to make a save. 2 through 7, this roll is 6. He'll have to make a play save. And so Cleveland's Caleb Mercer has to make a play save. He rolls a 6 and fails, and Houston has the first goal of the game. So the Ignition lead 1-0. Second part of the first segment is a 3-4-6, another penalty check. Penalty will go to number 4, and Houston will choose Drew Patterson, and it'll be another. This time the roll is 10, and the roll means that he's going to have to make a spectacular save. That will be Mercer has no stars, and so he gets nothing, and Houston gets a second goal of the segment. And that's Patterson and Porter rotate out of the stacks. And we're at the second segment now. Triple twos. Triples comes into effect, and it's a momentum goal and critical face-off. Move each team's face-off specialist to the top of his stack if they're not already there. Rule is and Cormier, and the roll on the critical face-off chart. And the roll is a 3. Player with highest wins face-off. Goalie must make a spec save. So that's Cormier getting it, and Carter Miracle with a spec save makes the save. And that ends the second segment. Ten minutes left in the opening quarter. 2-0 Houston. Roll is a 6-6-1. It's a momentum goal. Neither team scored in the last segment, and therefore trailing team scores. That will be Cleveland scoring a goal. Cleveland gets the momentum goal. And then they get a 61. Any home player with a square stops a visitor goal. And Scott Tierney has that, so Houston gets a stop. And I record the numbers here because it's going to help for like Defender of the Year and that sort of stuff. It gets factored in. So the 2 face-off guys. Should rotate the face-off guys over that way after the face-off. So we're now in segment number 4. 7.5 minutes left, halfway through the quarter. It's a 5-1-1. 5 is a home scoring chance. 11 is the roll. Visitor goalie must make play save. That will be Caleb Mercer needs a 3 and fails, and Houston scores again to make it 3-1. I'm going to pause here for a second to take a quick look at the rules. And that looks like that's the only goal of the fourth segment. Five minutes left. The rule is triple twos, and once again we are faced with a momentum goal and a critical face-off. The face-off guys come to the top. Check on that here. There's only one face-off guy on each team, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. It's Cameron Uhl. Cody, Evan Cormier. And the critical face-off is a 6. Home wins face-off. Visitor goalie must make a spec save. So it's Mercer again, and he fails in his role because he has no stars and gets another Houston goal. It's 4-1. Final segment. And it's a home momentum goal. So Houston gets a goal. And 46. Visitor player in 1 stops goal with a quality roll or square. No square, so we got a quality roll. 2 is skill. He does stop it. So Cleveland gets a stop. And number 10, Ryan Delaney, picks up some defensive points, but the first quarter comes to a close with the score. The Houston Ignition 4 and the Cleveland Charge 1. Take a short break. Be back in just 60 seconds. Back here for second quarter action. Cleveland and Houston. It is a visitor scoring chance, 52. Home player in 2 stops goal with a quality roll or a square. He does not have a square. Quality roll is a 4. He does not have it, so Cleveland scores the goal. It's 4-2. We'll move to the second segment. 4-5-4. It's a skill check. Again, double checking the rules. It's a skill check, and it's 5 against 4. The roll is a 6. That's a star quality, and Cameron Uhl has the star quality. So let's see. Malloy's a defender. He doesn't have the quality, so he gives up a goal to Houston. And Cameron Uhl has the thing, and he is a defensive player, so he gets a stop. It's number 4. Rotate those guys out as Houston gets another goal to make it 5-2. Very different in Lacrosse Blast than most of the other games, in that the skill check can either succeed twice or fail twice, or 1 and 1, and you could get 2 goals that way. For those unfamiliar with the game, we go now to the third segment of the quarter. It's a momentum goal, and Houston did score in the segment, so they get the momentum goal, but it is a visitor scoring chance. 22. Home goalie must make a shot save. That will be Carter Miracle. He rolls a 1, but it's a star, and he does have the star, and Miracle makes the save. And so we go to the next segment. 6-2 in favor of Houston. Okay, it's a penalty. check. 0 versus 0.5. Delaney has it, and the roll is a 4, so it's a play save to be made by Carter Miracle. He rolls a 6 and fails, and Cleveland gets the power play goal. Next score, 6-3. As we head to the next segment. It's a 3, it's another penalty check. 5 and a 2. It's a 0.5 versus 0.5, so nothing happens in that segment. And we're down to the 6th segment of the game, of the quarter. It's a momentum goal. Cleveland was, neither team scored in the previous one, but Cleveland's trailing, so they get the momentum goal to make it 6-4. And they get a home visitor scoring chance. Home goalie must make a shot save. That's Miracle. And he fails to do that, and Cleveland has scored again as the quarter comes to a close. 6-5. As we reach halftime here at the Toyota Center with a score. The Houston Ignition 6, the Cleveland Charge 5. Back in 60 seconds, you're watching the American Lacrosse League on the wide, wide world of tabletop gaming. And we're back for second half action here. 6-5 in favor of Houston. Opening salvo of the third quarter. This is a home scoring chance, 61. Any visitor with 0 or a circle prevents a power play goal. Blake Landry does prevent the power play goal. So his card will rotate down. Always got to remember your rotations, folks. Second segment. And it's another skill check. 5 and 2. Skill check is a skill check. Gerard is a defender who has the skill, and he prevents a goal from being scored, so Gerard gets a stop. And Houston then is checked. That's Austin Bucktooth. He does not have skill, and he's a forward, and it's a turnover. And so Houston with a stop. That will be Austin Bucktooth with that one. So no scoring here in that second segment. We head to the third segment. It's a momentum goal. Neither team scored in the last segment, so that means Cleveland gets a goal and ties the game at 6, and then they get a 25 scoring chance. Home goalie must make a spec save. Miracle has a 2, gets a 1, and makes the save. Another great save by Carter Miracle. Keeps this game tied at 6. Head to the fourth segment. It's a penalty check. Ryan Delaney, Aiden Desjardins. 0 for Delaney, 0.5 for Desjardins, so Delaney gets a play save against Miracle, rolls a 4 and gets another save. That will rotate everybody out, or rotate those 2 players out, I should say. Five minutes left here in the third quarter. 6-6 the score. Triple fours. That's going to be a fight and a momentum shot. Fight breaks out between the players. Conduct a fight, each with the highest fight rating. Nate Holloway has a 2. And no. And the fight breaks out between players on the highest on chart. Neither team, no fight happens, moves to the next segment. So one of the guys they did not drop the gloves. It's my first game playing in a long time. After doing my at Major Indoor Lacrosse League 1997 replay a few months ago. Final segment of the quarter, and it's a visitor. It's a home scoring chance 23. Visitor goalie must make a spec save. He has no stars, and so Caleb Mercer is going to give up the goal as the quarter comes to a close. And at the end of 3 quarters of play, it is Houston 7 and Cleveland 6. Final quarter of play here in the ALL. Inaugural game, Cleveland charge, Houston ignition. Here we go. The roll is a momentum goal. Houston did score in the last segment of the last period. So they get a momentum goal, and they get a 52. Visitor player in 3 stops goal with a quality roll or a square. Doesn't have a square. The quality roll is a 1. He fails, so he doesn't stop the goal. And Houston picks a pair of quick goals here to get out to a 9-6 lead. And Noah Smith failed, so he gets to rotate out of the transition spot. Next one, 4. It's a skill check. They will check it with Jordan Savard, the defender. Right, the check is a power check. Cole Girard has it as a defensive player and gets the stop. And then Houston, their offensive player is Savard. He does not have the skill, and so that's a stop for Houston, a negative stop. Savard has. That will not help him in Defender of the Year honors and all defensive team. So 2 consecutive scoreless segments. 10 minutes to go, 4th quarter. It's a skill check, both 5 players. Skill check is a star. Malloy does not have it, so as a defender, he gives up the goal. That is the 10th goal for Houston. And the offensive player, Scott Tierney, has the star quality, so he scores the goal. And Houston has taken an 11-6 lead with 5 unanswered goals in the game. 7.5 minutes left. Halfway through, Cleveland needs to mount a charge. It's a penalty check. 2 versus 3. 2.5 versus 0. Patterson gets a play save against Caleb Mercer, who rolls a 5 and fails. And Houston adds to its lead, 12-6. Cleveland needs to pretty much score on every single one. It won't matter. Beyond that point, it's a momentum goal. Houston gets the momentum goal as they scored last for 13-6 lead. And in 24, home goalie must make spec save. That is Miracle. He has a 2. And he makes another save. Carter Miracle with yet another save. Unbelievable. Final segment. Final segment of the game. Houston's going to win this one going away. They get a home scoring chance 32. Choice home player rolls for a rebound. Goal using shot stars +2. That's going to be Mike Rafferty. He does have a star, so he's at 5 stars. He rolls and scores. A final indignation against Houston as they shut out Cleveland in the 4th quarter. Get 2, 4, 6, 7 goals. And your final score in the opening contest of the ALL, the Houston Ignition have defeated the Cleveland Charge 14-6 in the inaugural game. We thank everyone for watching. Until next time, for all of us at the American Lacrosse League, so long, everybody.